World Championship Boxing brings you the surprisingly long-awaited return of welterweight champion Timothy Bradley of Palm Springs, California. After months of speculation that Bradley would fight a rematch with Manny Pacquiao, or a rematch with the newly decorated Lamont Peterson, or a Pacquiao beater bowl with Juan Manuel Marquez, or a meeting of unbeatens with Floyd Money Mayweather, Bradley is instead defending his niche against the lesser-known Russian challenger Ruslan Provodnikov. There's got to be a reason, and in a moment we'll discuss it with him. But first, a look back at Timothy Bradley's star-crossed moment of triumph, the night that, for the moment, most defines his career of exemplary hard work. Exactly 9 months ago, Bradley went the distance in Las Vegas against Manny Pacquiao, a fight which seemed to begin as a showcase for Pacquiao's still formidable firepower. But as the rounds progressed, slowed down a bit, became more tactical, and gradually opened enough doors for the persistent Bradley to fight through en route to a singularly unexpected moment.
To the winner by split decision, and new WBO welterweight champion of the world, the Desert Storm, Timothy Bradley!
It was a decision that at the time shocked the crowd, the overwhelming majority of ringside media, and the public at large. Social media exploded. The governing body whose belt Bradley won promptly embarrassed its new champion by calling in an international panel of 5 judges to review the scoring, all of whom disputed the official result, as they knew they were expected to do. But in December, Pacquiao got knocked down twice, and the second time knocked cold by Juan Manuel Marquez, prompting a few observers to revise their earlier estimates of his effectiveness against Bradley. And with the passage of time, other headlines grabbed the attention of fans and quelled, to a considerable degree, the general protest against the official outcome, following the pattern that has always attended controversial decisions in this subjectively judged sport. So now we're privileged to be joined by the fighter called Desert Storm at a Boys and Girls Club in Palm Springs, 1 week before his assignment with Provodnikov to take place at the Home Depot Center in Carson, about 2 hours drive northwest. Tim, thanks very much for taking the time to be with us tonight. You are a naturally patient, very self-disciplined person who's shown a marked ability to take things in stride. So to what degree was that level of grace tested by the many of us in media, including myself, who just refused to give you credit for winning the Pacquiao fight?
Well, you know, it was tough to some degree. You know, a few months following the fight. But, you know, now I moved past that. You know, I'm at a different point now in my life and my career. I'm moving forward. You know, a rematch didn't happen with Pacquiao to settle any controversy that went on during that event, June 9th. So I'm just looking to look forward. You know, a lot of people are still dwelling on, you know, the contest, and I'm not.
Well, let's talk about the Pacquiao
fight.
Go ahead. Say again. I heard you say you won the fight.
I feel honestly I won the fight. I went back home and reviewed the tape, like I said I was going to do. I saw it 8 rounds to 4, believe it or not. You know, regardless of what anybody think. So that's what my thoughts about it. You know, I'm moving forward now.
All right,
you know,
well, listen.
What's happened in the past.
All right, let me ask you this. Manny Pacquiao had a rematch clause. Why didn't it take place?
Well, I think it was on their part. I think it was all it's business. You know, at this level of the game, you know, it's all about business. So they didn't want to take the fight. They wanted to fight Marquez instead. And that was their choice. I wanted to fight Pacquiao.
Well, I think you take it as a compliment, and you should. So you heard my list, I assume. Peterson, Marquez, Mayweather. Which of those discussions took place, and what happened?
Well, the Peterson fight took place. Well, we were discussing Peterson, but I didn't want to fight that fight. You know, it was a fight that I've already, you know, a fighter that I've already fought in before, or beaten before. I wanted something fresh, something different, you know, to come back. So, you know, the Peterson fight, you know, didn't happen because I didn't want it. I didn't want to fight Peterson.
What about Marquez?
Gamboa, that fight.
Oh, Gamboa.
Marquez,
Tell us about Gamboa.
Marquez people. Well, Gamboa, we couldn't agree on terms. You know, we couldn't agree on weight. We couldn't agree on terms, and you know, at the last minute he pulled out. That was a fight that I thought could have happened. It didn't, and you know, same thing with Marquez. I mean, there was never any negotiations with Marquez. You know, I just know his trainer, he doesn't want any part of me.
So who's Ruslan Provodnikov, and why is he a big enough name to be an opponent for someone of your stature at this point?
Well, you know, Provodnikov is a tough guy. I don't know if you guys seen him on tape. He's a tough cookie. You know, he comes in, he brings the fight. You know, he's a hard puncher, extremely aggressive. It's a dangerous fight. And I'm looking forward to the challenge, you know, on March 16th. And, you know, he's definitely going to test me. That's the reason why I'm fighting Provodnikov, is because he's a tough guy. Not a lot of people know about him. He's been under the radar for a while. I think he's ranked 3rd for the WBO championship for at 140. He's a good fighter, and, you know, it's something that I wanted a good fighter to come back to display my skills.
All right, story to be continued next week in Carson, California for Timothy Bradley against Ruslan Provodnikov. Tim, thanks so much for your time tonight.